For agents who are wondering, where can I begin? It is beginning with just creating content. The starting point is to practice, practice, practice. Video is not the silver bullet in real estate. It's not going to solve all of your problems, but it's certainly going to put you out in front of all of the agents who aren't doing that.
Hey guys, welcome to the Triangle Real Estate Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Fagioli, and on today's episode, I got to sit down with Britt Chester from WellcomeMat to talk about the launch of the WellcomeMat platform with Triangle MLS. It's an incredibly powerful video hosting platform that is really going to change the game for agents and brokers in terms of the way they distribute video across the MLS and all of the internet for real estate specifically. Britt's an incredibly smart, talented, experienced guy in the video real estate space. We talked about not only the WellcomeMat platform, but a ton of ideas around new ways to use video in your business in real estate. I can't wait to share the episode with you. So here we go. Hey guys, welcome back. We're so excited to be talking about the launch of WellcomeMat with Triangle MLS. I think you're going to be blown away by what this is going to do for your business, specifically with how you're going to be able to produce video and distribute it widely across the universe. And so Britt Chester is here with us from WellcomeMat. How you doing, Britt?
Doing great, Matt. Thanks for asking me to be a part of this. You know, this launch is really exciting, and I'm definitely excited to talk with you about it. Let's get going. I know we're going to talk about a lot of content. So where do you think we should start?
Absolutely. Well, the whole team at Triangle is incredibly excited about this being the first MLS in the country to launch with WellcomeMat. Always the innovation leader that Triangle is, and so it's going to be something. But before we dive in, though, just give the folks a little bit of background. You've been involved with video and content creation in the real estate industry at a high level for a while before joining WellcomeMat. So give us the background for a sec.
So, I think my foray into real estate started as a reporter. My background's in journalism. And so back in about 2015, 2016, I joined Inman News as a contract freelance reporter, which was a very exciting opportunity for me. Kind of getting a taste of what real estate journalism was really about, reporting on different markets. But that role really shifted, and I started to manage a lot of the video production for Inman. So a lot of their conference video, editing, kind of like behind the scenes, really seeing everything that went into their event production, their event marketing, as well as working one-on-one with agents, discussing what their video strategies are. So I was with Inman in a contract basis for about 5 years, which I think was just, a master's degree in real estate. And from there, I moved on. I was with an organization called Tribus for a little while, where I was working one-on-one with agents and helping them build success with their CRMs and their personal websites, getting a lot of knowledge about what goes on in the day-to-day for an agent working on their marketing plans between writing offers. And then, I joined WellcomeMat just last year as the manager of customer success and industry growth. And it has been an absolutely wild ride in the past 7 months, working with the team at Triangle to launch, to go live, working on the integrations. And so I'm excited to say, we've been live for about a week now. We're already seeing videos populate, and it's just been a really exciting experience.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I happened to be, with you when we were talking on the first day of the launch, and it was like out of control. People are uploading videos, and well, there's so much to cover here, and we want to be respectful of your time and all of our awesome Triangle agents and brokers. So let's start with, what the heck is WellcomeMat? Why should agents and brokers be listening to this?
Yeah. So, WellcomeMat is, I would love to give a full history of the organization. We've been around since 2006, really focused on attaching a real estate listing video to every single listing possible. And so, if you can think back to 2006, this was really before the proliferation of video into everyone's pockets on their phones, into YouTube being kind of second nature for search. And so, we like to think we're a little ahead of the time. And back then, we were really focused on brokerages, working one-on-one, building brokerage video libraries, but have since launched into the MLS space. And so I think, our North Star, our guiding light is how can we get a listing video attached to every listing, and how can we figure out how to distribute that to as many consumers as possible? How can we get more eyes on listing videos? And I think, with this latest launch with Triangle, we are succeeding with that. We're already seeing all those videos populate, and seeing agents start to interact with the platform. So I know we want to jump into that a little bit more, but I hope that kind of answers what WelcomeMat is about.
Yeah, I think that gives the background. It's so interesting to have a company that for it's going to be 20 years in a second has been focused on the delivery of video content specifically for real estate. And brokerages and agents too, but as brokers go deep on video and they start to understand what a monster it is, the size of the files and like the method of distribution. And, this file has to be uploaded this way for the MLS and this one goes here. And like, there's so much to all of that. And so, brokers or agents that are listening to this that have already dug into some of that are like, oh yeah, absolutely. But everybody else who maybe hasn't gone like full bore on with video for real estate, there's a bunch of challenges there that WelcomeMat knows how to navigate that, maybe they don't even know that what they don't know yet about those problems. But can you talk a little bit about how WelcomeMat makes it simpler, easier? I don't want to put my stuff on YouTube, all that stuff.
Yeah. There is a lot that happens inside of WelcomeMat. And so I'm going to kind of break this up into a couple different sections. The first part that I get really excited about, and I think that agents and brokers who have used WelcomeMat or have utilized video for the past 10 years in their business, 5 or 10 years, they know that analytics are incredibly important. How many people are watching my videos? Where are they seeing those videos? And what does that distribution look like? How can we really kind of quantify the value of investing in video? And what does that look like? So our analytics tool, I think, is probably one of the most robust pieces of our software, because we track all of the views across every platform. Now, when I say every platform, I'm speaking about Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, because our WelcomeMat suite allows you to distribute your videos directly from one place to all of those outlets. Being able to track those analytics, you can see, all right, like I'm getting a lot more traction on Facebook. And so working down to the individual with an agent, if their marketing strategy currently does not include Facebook or promoting across Facebook, but that's where they're getting the most traction with videos, they can kind of shift that marketing strategy to focus on that and really lean into that. And so I believe, that the analytics is one of the most robust pieces that we have. The distribution of video and how easy we make it simply from uploading out of the ad edit suite, and you can distribute from one place, again, is a tool that agents kind of maybe didn't know that they needed or necessarily wanted. Because, right now, videos, it's so isolated. If you want to post your listing video on Facebook, you go to Facebook, you enter that ecosystem, you type it in, you send it out. If you want to go to YouTube, you upload to YouTube, and then you have to take all these links and send them around. WelcomeMat does all of that inside of one place. And I think that's going to be really valuable to the agents and brokers in the Triangle that aren't utilizing that yet.
I think that's a great example of not something that you don't know that you needed, like you said, and it's incredible to go, wait, I only have to upload this massive file one time, and then I can go from there. So we talked a lot about distribution there. Talk a little bit about editing. I know that it's a little bit limited, or at least it's not like a power tool of editing, but all the basic stuff that you need is right there in the platform as well, right?
So we've got a tool called the unbrander, and for videos that are going out to the MLS, we kind of think of videos in two ways: branded and unbranded. Right? Your branded video is where you're marketing yourself. You're putting a bumper on the front. You might be introducing the property. You might have a great motion graphic, and you might put that on the end as well. Very, very common for real estate agents, just for marketing listings. What we do with the unbrander is actually allow you to upload that video, and then you can clip off the front or the back end of that video. So really wherever that branding starts and stops. So you really only need one file. A lot of the feedback that we've received already from Triangle agents is, some people are receiving an unbranded tour link and a branded tour link. They're getting that from their video professional. We're trying to meld that to make it as easy as possible for the agent to just clip that off the front, clip it off the back, and we'll distribute the rest.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's shift to the broker conversation a little bit. So WellcomeMat's been working with brokers for a long, long time. Now in the Triangle, there's going to be a little bit different relationship because it's sort of starting at the MLS level. I think one of the reasons why I think that's exciting is just the amount of video that's going to be, possible and aggregated for the broker. So all the agents are uploading stuff, and it's just, much more seamless integration with the MLS. So what's possible then for a broker to sort of step in and take advantage of that and go, man, look, there's all this content's happening within my, my brokerage roster. What can that broker do with all that?
We like to think about, the WellcomeMat video library as just that, a massive library. We are supplying the building, and we're watching agents from all over the Triangle kind of populate that and fill it with listing videos. For brokerages, they're going to be able to kind of tap into that, access all of this content that is coming in, and then keep that video and that consumer, right inside of their digital ecosystem. Right. I think the big thing that we focus on for brokers and brokers' websites and agents' websites is stickiness. How long can we keep a consumer on that web page? And we know that the longer they're on that page, the more likely they're going to be to schedule an open house or even just to reach out. And so we're trying to drive that stickiness by being able to put an embedded video player on the brokerage site, constantly populating it with new videos and more listings, again, to just drive more interest for the consumer.
That's awesome. And how is that going to work in the Triangle in terms of if can the broker, I guess, syndicate, for lack of a better word, all of their agents' videos to a brokerage website?
Exactly. So they would be able to, just like you said, consolidate their brokers, every listing video that's coming in. And here's the thing, I don't want to speak too far, for our product roadmap, but there might be, the possibility and opportunities to bring all of this listing content in. As
Nice.
you know, and as anyone who creates video content knows, copyright and ownership of content is a huge issue. We don't ever want to take that ownership. We don't want to give that ownership away without the right permissions. And so, without speaking too far down the line, yes, we want to give brokers access to as much video as possible, while also understanding that there are ownership and copyright rules here that we want to make sure we're acknowledging.
Awesome, man. That sounds like a really incredible piece of the roadmap there. And, WellcomeMat's obviously been the leader in the real estate space for video for a long, long time. Well, Britt, I really appreciate these updates. I know you've already done a couple of webinars for the Triangle folks, and so we'll make sure that we link to all of that content. But what else would you like to share, if anything? And then I also want to make sure that we pass along contact information or training videos, anything that you can, add to this conversation.
Just like you said, we've held a couple of training webinars. We did a live town hall demo that was incredibly well attended. You and I know that video is difficult, and certainly a difficult medium to teach across and connect with. But I feel like on those training calls, we've already seen great questions coming from agents. The number one is, how much is this going to cost me? And what I wanted real estate professionals in the Triangle to know is, this is provided by Triangle MLS. This is part of the fees. And so the service is being offered to you, and it's really kind of waiting for you to take advantage of it. Some of the other feedback that we've gotten is just that the ease of use. Again, how this is going to be saving agents time. What I, really heavily encourage is if you aren't currently using video, if it's not something that's in your business plan, you can reach out to me. I will help you formulate a strategy because it takes practice. You're not going to get a perfect listing video in that first go, a perfect narration in that first time, but it's important to go out and just understand video. It's beyond a standard now. It is something that we are just kind of pre-programmed to look for. And agents who are using videos for listings don't lose listings to agents who aren't. And so we just really want to press on agents. Let's get out there. Let's create as much content as possible. And let's show you how the WellcomeMat tool set can help you get more listings and close more deals.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've been saying, I think for 5 years, like, oh, this is the year of video, and like, it's going to absolutely take over the universe, and it kind of is. But it's really a small set of agents and brokers that really win big in the video space, and so this is just such a unique opportunity in the triangle for every agent, every broker to start syndicating their videos for all of their listings, and take the game to a whole new level. Well, let's switch gears. One more little piece there. We kind of forgot about the Inman News connection, and you've had exposure to every top agent, every top broker. That vantage point, the Inman News national vantage point of everybody who's doing everything, is kind of unique. So maybe there's a thing or two that you've kind of got in your head that you've seen happening around. The best ideas, the best practices for executing this. So if I'm an agent or a broker in the triangle and I'm going to step in and take advantage of WellcomeMat and go crazy with video this year, what are those couple of things that you would, point me toward?
Oh, there is there is so much, right? And I think because I have kind of seen all of that, I've heard what some agents say works, and I feel like I've seen what truly does work. I think for any agent starting out, and I like to try to think that I'm speaking to agents who are kind of in a clean slate, that don't have this full pipeline of business that's just going to keep them going for the next few years. I think right now, if we look at the last 3 years up until now, things have certainly changed. The market has certainly changed. And so for agents who are wondering, where can I begin? It is beginning with just creating content. Pick up your phone, go do a neighborhood walkthrough, post that on Instagram, post it on wherever your preferred, networks are. And I feel like, a bit of a talking head. I've heard that on stages before, but it is truly what works. And I think the reason those people keep saying it is because people aren't doing it. And they know that, that's just the starting point, is to practice, practice, practice. Video is not the silver bullet in real estate. It's not going to solve all of your problems, but it's certainly going to put you out in front of all of the agents who aren't doing that, right? And that's just for video. I think one of the big advantages of being at Inman for so long and working with their incredible editorial team, working with even their clients and their customers as they build all of this content, you have to kind of take multiple approaches. Take a photo of a house and then write a small description for it. SEO is big. People are searching for different amenities. And so if you can kind of tap into that market and try to be that authoritative voice, then you are gonna stand out from the crowd.
Cool. That's great advice. Yeah, it's unbelievable that if you just consistently deliver content and show up in your channels, and so WellcomeMat's making that even easier for all of us. Well, Britt, really appreciate it. We'll share all the contact info for you and the training resources, but what's the best way for people to reach you? Is it email or what?
You can certainly send me an email. We can provide that. It's britt@welcomemat.com. You can also go to go.welcomemat.com. We've got a live chat function on there if you want to chat in. Please bring your questions, bring your challenges, and bring the opportunities that you want to see for yourself, and let us help you kind of build that strategy. I think sometimes it's difficult to just ask for help on something, and that's what we're here for. We want your videos to succeed. We want your videos to get as many views as possible. And that's really, again, what's guiding us is getting consumers to watch more videos so that you can close more deals.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for being here. And thanks to WellcomeMat for launching this partnership with Triangle MLS. And we can't wait to see what's coming next. Britt, I know you're also going to be with us in the fall for the PropTech South Conference coming up in the Triangle, September 21st. And WellcomeMat will be featured there for sure. So we'll see you there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you again soon.